That would be me. Yes, that would be me.
Now, you're here to celebrate or to honor David and Dana Pump for the 14th annual Carole and Carol Pump Foundation in their fight against cancer. Talk about what it means to fight against that dreaded disease.
Well, cancer is something that all of us have to deal with, whether it's a family member, ourselves. 1 in 4 people get cancer in their lifetime. It's definitely an epidemic. And anytime we can bring awareness to it, raise money for the cause, that's great. I am here especially this year because Sugar Ray is a really good friend of mine. I'm helping present his award. So I'm happy to be here to help honor him this year.
And talk about who else you're happy to see tonight, being with all the celebrities that are here. Anyone in particular?
No, there's never anyone in particular. I just like to have a good time. I brought my mother with me tonight, and a lot of these guys I know, some of them I don't, and we're just gonna have a good time.
Aside from your dad, obviously, a bunch of guys here, especially Sugar Ray Leonard, you alluded to that influenced your career, I guess. Talk about that and what they meant to you in your career.
Well, Sugar Ray was such a great fighter. I mean, he had so much talent in the ring. He had skills. He had marketability. He was like the full package. So for somebody like me, he was definitely somebody that I look up to because he can show you how far you can go while still having class, still having integrity, and being a good role model. So I think that some of these athletes today could take a good lesson from people such as himself.
Can you talk about the fight game, the boxing game, men and women? It looks like UFC is kind of taking it over. Talk about where boxing stands now as opposed to UFC.
People want excitement. People want to see competitive fights. They want to feel like they got their money's worth. And if the UFC is where it is right now, then so be it. What can you do? I mean, boxing, I never compare the two.
Right.
They're totally different. Boxing is always going to be the sweet science. It's always going to be my favorite. I'm not into UFC, but I totally understand. So I have no problem with people enjoying watching it.
Very good, thank you.
How did you maintain your beauty in a tough sport as boxing?
I just did the beating, didn't take the beating.